Alright, it's gonna be a fun one for me. I hope for you too. Paradox of desire, manifestation, spirituality, superpowers. So let's look at this first through interpretation of siddhis or magical powers that yogi attains. So yogi is somebody who is in a human being on a path of unification with the Absolute. Now what yogi does not know on its path, that already there's nothing separate. Yes, but experientially the yogi or somebody who's on a spiritual journey in another class, in another school, they're going to go through these different stages of awareness. And stages of awareness simply mean you expand awareness, so you get to experience reality on a different bandwidth. You get to experience what is nature from a wider perspective. And so this perspective already existed because you are the Absolute. You're just like zoomed in into your first person and you're drinking your coffee and typing on your computer. But then when you become a yogi, you let go of the computer and the coffee, so you start to expand, okay, the perspective. Ultimately, you will experience the highest expansion, and that expansion will then go outside of even everything and the infinite, and there will be no more things to contain in the awareness. Okay, the most you can contain is everything, and beyond that is like nothing, and then it's just like, okay, what now? Nothing's happening. Okay, let's go back to the keyboard, have some coffee. It's fun. It's really fun. Really fun. Okay, so then on the journey it happens that obviously when you're like interfacing with the computer and the coffee, the reality appears as a physical reality, has a gravity and laws of physics and laws of nature, and well, on a more expanded perspective, it's not. It's not. It's kind of like reality is a construct, so now it's quantum. And so now you realize that you can manifest, for example, this is popular. Okay, like you can attract with your mind the things. And then on some point you can turn water into wine, and that's cool because now we can get drunk for free. But here's the thing, in this, let's call it self-realization journey, you're not realizing yourself as a really good computer typer and coffee drinker, but you're realizing yourself as the Absolute, and it's called yoga. Now, if you would be a yogi, you will have a teacher, and the teacher will tell you, don't get stuck on manifestation. Don't get stuck on turning water into wine. Don't get stuck on walking on water. Why? Because it's cool to make free wine, yes. And it's cool to manifest free money or a house, you know, because now you're like, hey, I used to work on a computer and it takes me like, well, like 300 hours to make enough money doing my little computer job, so I can get the house. But like, I can manifest the house, and then you go and you manifest the house. And like, this is better. I want to manifest the house. I don't want to like work 300 hours. I want to manifest the house. Actually, It's like a cheat code. So why not? Well, the master is going to be, don't. Why? Because if you want to get into yoga or the absolute experience, then you have to not want to now get stuck on one perception of reality where you can manifest a house. You want to let go of that, right? In the ultimate, you will see that the paradox of desire is like you already are everything, so there's no, like, the person in the house story, or the person manifesting a house or living in a house, that whole story is inside of you as the absolute. And so you being the absolute, you actually don't have a desire for a house or to manifest a house, but you have the desire to have a house and manifest a house. You already manifested it, but now you want to be a person that is either like living in a house or manifest a house or types on the computer for 300 hours to make enough money to buy a house. And the nature of you as the absolute, you already are every scenario and outcome, and also you don't have personal desires. But then you want all of it, but you already have all of it. So now you're totally liberated from actually believing that you want a house, trying to manifest a house, or even typing on a computer, or even living in a house. Now, you're in an expanding experience, you're the absolute, but now, here, in this level of perceiving, there is still a body, there is still a computer, there is still a coffee, there is a way to manifest a house, there is a way to maybe earn money, there is a way to manifest money. There's all this stuff, but what happens? The knower of this, or the observer of this, already has everything in every possible universe, in every possible scenario, in every possible outcome. So as you are expanding your perspective from one layer of reality to another, you defragmented also what used to rise as a desire, because desire rises to a physical kind of like video game character, okay? In the video game, where there is a construct that is like seeing things and then liking it through the character, not as the absolute. Now you're the absolute. Now you see the video game, you have the avatar, you have the character within the video game. There are things there, but there's no more desire left. And then the master says, okay, this is the ultimate superpower. Not having any desire. Now, also what comes with this is the realization that you are every possible outcome of your video game character, and they're all contained inside of you. So whatever you would simply choose, that would simply happen. You don't need to manifest. You don't need to type on the computer. You don't need to do anything. You can just sit there and you can, like, anything that you can think, it just thinks itself into existence because it already exists. But you don't have any drive to even think, because you also dissolve that layer. So now nothing happens, because you already attained the singularity. There's a white screen in the Matrix or I've seen another film, Lucy. They have also the scene with the white, everything becomes white screen, and then in the screen, this character, Morpheus in the Matrix, they can swoosh in like racks of guns and take guns. So now, what? Hero needs a journey because you're realizing that the mystery, not having a house, not being able to manifest, was giving you a plot, was giving you a mystery, was giving you an identity. I'm this Super Mario, I'm like going there, I don't know what's gonna happen. Mushroom jumped at me. Oh, I ate the mushroom. Now I'm Big Mario. Enemies, they like killed me, now I respawned, I have to go again. So you die, you respawn, you discover the levels, and it's a mystery. And you have desires. Not as the absolute, you have desires as the individual. That is a construct within the absolute, and with this construct it is also obscured from the individual that you are the absolute. So now you're in a journey. Now, when you have no desire, can you still appreciate a smoothie? Because there is delicious berries inside and chocolate. There are chocolate chunks also now that are in my mouth as a residue from this slurp of smoothie that I've just put into my mouth, and all of this, it's an amazing alchemy inside of my mouth right now. And you know, I don't experience that as infinity. I need to have a tongue, a body, and so I can experience this. So let's then create desire. And I'm noticing whenever I like something, a desire rises in me to actually, well, just like emotion arises, say, I like this. Automatically that is recorded in my individuality, and then reality will give me more of that also. As this construct of time keeps on swirling around the point of awareness, there will be more smoothies now. Okay, so now there is a reason to be alive. There you go.